I was going on one shot here, and today I'm going to show y'all how to wire the headlights on y'all swap. This is a 2005 through 2010, so it's going to be different for 2011 through 2014 and 15 through 23. This is actually going to be the hardest one because when you wiring them up on the newer models, it's really just computer to computer, but this is actually hardwire. So voltages and all that play a part. So the required tools that you're gonna need in order to do this and make it look professional, you're gonna need some electrical tape, preferably black. You're gonna need some heat shrink, green. I forgot what size it is. It is size 316. And you're also gonna need some wire scrippers and some wire cutters. And a heat gun. If not a heat gun, get you a lighter. Same thing. You just gotta heat the wire up, shrink it down, and that'll make it look more professional before you put the electrical tape on it. So enough with the talking. I'm finna go ahead and show y'all how to wire these things up. And next video, I'll show y'all how to do the tail light. So let's do that. All right, so first thing you wanna do, get your pigtail, and you can cut off as much as you want, as little as you want, me preferably. I know I'm not gonna use this again. There's no point in me using this. So I try to cut off probably right around here. Just snip that off, complete drop off. Next, get your razor. You want to strip this down. So this little black part right here, just run your razor straight down it. The sharp razor make it easier. You want to free all these wires out. This stuff right here could be a bit tricky too, by the way, because it's not only just around the wires, it's actually taped to the wire too. So let's take that into account. Sometimes you got to cut more than once. And I'm gonna actually do both of these at one time, but I'm only going to show you guys how to do one side, and because the other side is practically the same thing once you get the color codes down. All right, that's about as much as you're gonna need off right there. To get that little nub off, what I do, fold it back, get your razor, run right around it. There you go. Now we need to script all these wires, and if I remember correctly, this is the only wire that we're not going to use, but I script it anyway just in case. All right, so I'm going to go do this other side. I'll give you guys the time lapse of me scripting these wires, and then also you want to get your headlight. So you get your headlight and make sure you have these pigtails still attached to it. And you want to script these wires on here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and script those wires and start on this other side. So let me do that and give you guys the time lapse.
Say on the beat.
All right, so now that we got all our wires scripted down, next thing we're gonna do is cut out 18 pieces of this that we can use to put over this before we actually start connecting the wires, because once you connect the wires, you can't put this on. So you want to cut 18 pieces. It's going to be 9 on this side, it's going to be 9 on that side, and that's also taking into account that wire that I told you that we might not use. So if we don't end up using this wire, we can do is just snip it again right here at the end where it's scripted, and then we just put that heat shrink on it and heat it down. That way it won't any moisture get in there and it won't cause any type of malfunctions in the system. So now what we're going to do is cut 18 pieces of this out and put them on the wires. So now that we got our 18 pieces cut out, we're going to put 9 on this side, 9 on that side. So only thing you're going to do is just squeeze the side of it, open it up, put it right over the wire. And we're going to do this with every wire that's on here. So it should look like that. Just do that with every last one. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch this, so on to the next tape. All right, so this is how it's going to look once you get the heat shrink on each wire. It's going to look like that. I've did both sides already. And when you get your headlights, make sure you got the pigtails on the ends of them. I got this one just sitting up here, and you script the ends of these as well. You don't have to put heat shrink on them because once you connect to that, it's going to obviously share the heat shrink. Same thing down here. We got everything pretty much scripted out on these 2005 to 2010 models. A lot of the stuff will not work as far as the parking and as far as the turn signal. In some ways you can wire it up, but in some cases you really can't. So I'm going to attempt to try to get the turn signals to work, because typically when you turn the turn signal on, the actual headlight cut off, and I would much rather not have a turn signal in the front. But we're gonna see if we make some shake, see if we make some work, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So first thing I like to do is, you got 3 grounds on here. I like to try to connect my grounds first. So you got 1, 2, 3. And ironically, you have 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that's gonna work, but guess what? We're gonna try it. Same thing over there. Everything I tell you over here is gonna be over there. And to speed up this video or whatever, I'm gonna actually put a diagram on the screen to show you guys how the left side work and how the right side work. But looking at that diagram, this is not gonna be your right, this is gonna be your left. You're going from the back of the car to the front, so that is gonna be your right side, this is gonna be your left side. And this diagram is also for a Dodge Charger. I haven't pretty much pulled the schematics for a Challenger yet. So if you have a Challenger PCM, it's going to be different. And also if you have a Challenger PCM and you're trying to use that onto a Chrysler Charger or whatever setup, it's going to be a bit different. So some of these options might not work. So just bear with me here. And if you're in that situation where yours will not work, you can easily fix that by just connecting the ground and then hooking up your headlights, like your low beams. You can hook them up to your daytime running lamps, which you'll control from inside the car. And you're probably thinking like, how in the world am I gonna run around with daytime running lamps? Cool, easy fix for that. When you get in your car, and excuse the inside of this car, but I had to put the thing down. But when you get in, instead of you turning your lights to this right here to run, you're gonna turn your lights right here. That will have your tail lights on, and that will also have the headlights on as well. And just make sure you have actuator on your radio as well. So first thing I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna go ahead and try to wire up these grounds, and then I'll be back once I get that hooked up. So according to the diagram, you know, and this is for 2020, and some of these years be different, but for the most part, this should be the same thing that you guys are working with, and that's what I'm going off of. And if that doesn't work for you, you can always get your voltage meter, and you can just test the wires. You can ground right there, and then you use your actuator, turn your headlights on, and check for which wire got power. Once you figure out which one got power, cut it off, check again. If the power gone, that's your wire. Your low beam is going to be on the outside, your high beam is going to be on the inside. And a lot of issues that you people probably run into is once you hook these lights up, they're going to flicker. As you probably seen in the time lapse, they flicker. The reason for the flicker is because the new setup is used to run off LEDs, and you're currently running on halogen, which is pulling too much power, is making the system think that the headlight is not working. So eventually it's going to shut the system off, and the blinking will stop, and it'll stop working. That does not mean you wired up wrong. It just means you need to change out your headlights. These bulbs right here, you need to change these from halogen to LED. Once you change to LED, everything should work seamlessly and everything should be good. As far as I can see though, I hooked up my grounds and I hooked up my low beam. I was tinkering with that turn signal. That thing doesn't do anything. So guess what? We're not going to have turn signals on this one. And next I'm going to try to mess around with this high beam. I don't have anyone in there to actuate the high beam for me. So I'm probably going to try to figure out a way to make that work. And once I hook those up, I guess we're going to just zip tie the rest of the wires that we have left over. I might still try to wire up that turn signal. It might come on in the future, it might not. Oh well, as of now, I don't think it's going to work. But that's the type of things you run into when you're doing a 2005 to 2010 swap. I typically don't think that it's too tough important. If you really care about your turn signal that much, what I would say do is either upgrade your front end to the 2011 and up headlights, or order you some new headlights that's completely LED. That might work. As far as using your factory ones, this is what we're going to run into. So let me go ahead and finish wiring these up. As y'all seen the diagram, follow that diagram, use your voltage meter to figure out exactly which wire is which if that diagram doesn't work for you, and let's get back to work. All right, so I got everything wired up, and we got a heat shrink as well. I'm not gonna worry about putting the electrical tape on there as of now because we're gonna go back and change these LEDs, change these out into LEDs in a later future. And also, if you ever want to change his headlights, I also want to leave this wire right here exposed, which is going to be his daytime running lamp. So if you get some new lamps that got the LED tube in them, he'll easily be able to wire it up to that one and it'll make it work perfect. Same thing done to both sides. We got it wired up, heat shrink, and we just went ahead and ran each wire according to how the diagram says. So if it work, it work. If it don't, it won't. It don't. But at the same time, we also got to take into account that these are halogen bulbs, so they're not going to actually exactly work how we expect them to work as of now. But if you put some LED bulbs in, you'll probably have a better chance of getting those lights to cut on. But as of now, our main focus was getting them low beams to work so we can put this car on the road. And next video, we're going to go ahead and focus on them back tail lights back there. But as of now, I'm just going to bolt these things up, and that'll be it for this video. So if y'all enjoyed this video, man, if y'all want to get some more feedback, or if you actually want to get some more diagrams, anything needed for as far as wiring up your lights, your tail lights, anything that needs some wiring, or anything, any type of assistance you guys need, man, just shoot me a DM on Instagram at oneshot.drizzy, or you can hit me up on my business page on Instagram at oneshotperformance. Until then, man, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
Go through a lot, I always overcome. Cause at the end of the day, I'ma still be me. I keep on telling on one day you gon' see me on TV. And I had got up out them streets, I couldn't let that conquer me. And when I die, you can believe I was on both